What is going on today, everybody? So today what I'm going to be doing is going over my twin set, aka the Mothership. I'll be kind of going over the components and how it all works, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking my friends and family, and also the guys on the internet that I post to my YouTube channel and all that. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so first off is going to be the cylinders themselves. So I have two of them, obviously the name of the twin set. So here are my two cylinders right here. This one is my left and this one is my right. So left post, right post, you can see these valves. This is how you open them. And they are banded together with a manifold crossbar. This is an isolation manifold, and what this does is it allows me to separate the two tanks. So yeah, that's what that does. And these are going to be stainless steel tank bands. This is how they stay together. Yeah, and I have two of them, one right there, one right here. So yeah, that is going to be the tanks. So the tanks right here have valves. Yeah, like I said, this is how they open and close. And this is also where the regulators mount to. So yeah, next up is going to be the regulators. Okay, so part number two is going to be the regulators. This is going to be a little bit longer than the tanks. It takes a little bit longer to explain what regulators do. So I'm going to transition over to the front side of my rig here. So these are the regulators. Like I said, this is going to be the left post and this is going to be the right post. So left post is always going to be your backup and right post is going to be your primary. So these are the Apeks Tech 3 first stages. So your regulators are broken down into three parts. It's going to be your first stage, your second stage, and all the hoses. So the first stage is the part that actually connects to our tank valves right here for both left and right. So the first stage, its job is to take that 3,000 PSI and drop it down to an intermediate pressure, which is going to be right around 150 PSI. Because if you try to breathe 3,000 PSI, your lungs are going to explode. So yeah, not good. So that's what the regulator, that's what the first stage, that's what it's there for, is to drop that 3,000 PSI in the tanks down to about 150 PSI. So, like I said, these are the Apeks Tech 3s. They are mirror images, and they are also all the hoses routing down, so it stays nice and clean, and there's no hoses up here, which is extremely nice, and that's one of the big reasons why I got these. So, just something to say right here. You're going to see a lot of Apeks in this video. So I am not sponsored by Apeks at all. They do make some great equipment. So yeah. But I am not paid by Apeks. I'm not sponsored by them. So yeah, it's just my personal preference. I dive with Apeks. So yeah, just keep that in mind as I'm going through here. You're going to see a lot of Apeks. Okay. So that was the first stages, down to the second stages right here. So these are my second stages. Because I have two first stages, I have two second stages. One is right here, and it sits around my neck on this. This is a regulator necklace. So yeah, I just wear it around my neck. This is my backup, by the way. This is my backup. It comes off my left-hand post right here. Okay? And then down to my primary second stage. Again, Apeks, the XTX 50s. So great regulators. Would highly recommend getting those. And what this one does is it just sits, it goes from my right hand post, and it comes through around my body and up into my mouth. It's on a 7-foot long hose, so we call that the long hose primary donate. That's how pretty much all twin sets are rigged, and well, that's how mine is rigged. So yeah, so that's going to be the regulators. You can see a lot of different hoses here. I believe there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 different hoses, and they all have a very specific job. I already went over some of them, but I'll just go over these ones right here. So these little MyFlex hoses, these, I have 2 of them. These come and they connect to this corrugated hose, which goes down to a low pressure inflator. So this is how you inflate and deflate the buoyancy compensator, which I'll get into in just a second. So I have 2 of these, one on my left-hand side and also one on my right-hand side. So yeah, that's what those are. Now, you'll also see right here, this is a transmitter for my computer. So what that does is it wirelessly transmits my air pressure to my computer. And that is a Shearwater Perdix. So Shearwater makes some epic dive equipment, or dive computers, because that's all they do is dive computers. Would seriously recommend Shearwater products to any diver, even my students. So yeah, we got that. Now the last piece for the regulators is going to be the SPG, or submersible pressure gauge. So what that does is it shows me my air pressure, and I will just grab it right here. And this comes off my left-hand post. So here it is. This is an SPG. So this one is made by Highland. Highland makes some epic dive equipment as well. So would highly recommend Highland to anybody looking for a simple SPG like this one. They're very, very well made. So that is the last piece, which is the SPG. And that concludes my regulators. So yeah, on to the final bit, the backplate and wing. Okay, so here we are, the backplate and wing. So the backplate is going to be a solid metal plate or carbon fiber. Most of the time, they're going to be made out of steel or aluminum. Nowadays, you can get some carbon fiber ones, which is pretty much plastic. And I've actually even seen some titanium ones as well. So, yeah, they're made out of several things. Mine is stainless steel. I got stainless steel because they're very, very heavy. And I don't know, I guess I like to dive with a lot of weight. So, yeah. This is going to be the backplate right here. And like I said, this is a solid stainless steel. And some people ask, dude, isn't that uncomfortable? I mean, just having that solid metal plate on your back. And no, it's really not. You don't even feel it. So, yeah, it's a great piece of equipment. I love diving a backplate and wing. I solely dive on it now. I don't use the traditional style BCD anymore. So, yeah. Okay. On to the wing. So the wing is going to be this piece right here. This is the wing, and this is actually what holds all of the air, so you can inflate, deflate. So yeah, that's it right there. This wing has an outer shell, and it has two independent bladders on the inside. So I will just shift over to this side right here, and you can see this is again by Apeks. This is the model WTXD for donut, because that's the shape of the wing. 60 is the lift capacity, and redundant, R is for redundant. So redundancy, what that really means is that I have two low pressure inflators for two bladders that are inside of the outer shell of the wing. So not a lot of people dive with a redundant bladder system. I've actually never seen one before other than the one that I have. So yeah, they are not common pieces of equipment, and they are very expensive to have this redundant system put in place. So yeah, that's the wing. It's again by Apeks. Yeah, this entire system is made pretty much out of entirely Apeks equipment. Okay, so last but not least is going to be the harness itself. So the harness is made from this right here, this nylon webbing. So this stuff is incredibly durable. It's almost impossible to cut. It's never gonna rip, nothing like that. It is just practically indestructible. All harnesses for backplate and wings are gonna be made from it. Mine is about 12 feet of continuous webbing that actually threads through my backplate, and you can see it right here, and you could also see it up here. So yeah, that's it right there. It just threads through holes in the backplate, so I can make my shoulder straps and make my waistband, and also the crotch strap, which is this piece right here. So the crotch strap obviously goes in between your legs, and it provides a lot more stability for the increased weight of having a twin set. So that's primarily what it's there for. I also use it for singles as well, single tanks. So yeah, and that is it. I just went over my entire rig, the tanks, the regulators, and the buoyancy compensator. So yeah, you can see a lot of this in action on my YouTube channel, as well as for the Facebook guys. I post a lot to Facebook as well. You can see this in action. It is a glorious beast, nicknamed the Mothership by me and my buddy. So yeah, that is it right there. So now you know a little bit about some diving equipment and how it all works. So yeah, I'll be doing another video like on my fins and my mask and a lot of the other diving equipment that I carry. But this is just the main rig right here. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and now you know a little bit about it. So cheers, I will see you in the next one.